What's up, everybody? Oh gosh, I can hear myself talking. We're gonna have to turn that off. Okay, now I can't hear myself. How's everybody on Thursday? Why did I think it was Tuesday for a second? It's almost 3:45. We're starting this thing a little bit early. I hope everybody's well this fine evening. I've got a couple things we can talk about. I want to talk about the NXL Sunshine Open. Actually, I put a few weeks ago now. That's about all. I have like this EMAC thing I want to try on screen, but I didn't set it up right. I have an infamous Pro DNA barrel. We're going to open that and look at that. I haven't actually looked at these that thoroughly yet, so we're going to check that out. And knock some lights over, and then hopefully talk to you guys and just see how it's going. Hello, bud. If anyone noticed last week, if anyone watched the live stream last week, or if I don't know what's with this music not working. My playlist music thing is not working. If anyone noticed last week, the live stream that I did was deleted. YouTube just deleted the entire thing, and then I appealed it, and then unfortunately lost that appeal as well. So if anyone was looking for it, that's where the live stream went last week. So let's hope this week they just don't delete the thing. The weird part is that they deleted, or they didn't like the part where we were just playing paintball at the paintball field. I just showed a little bit of gameplay footage, and they said that violated their firearms policy. I don't know. It totally doesn't. But that's where it went. So I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen to this one? I don't know if this one's going to live on in the future or right after this, it's just going to go off and die. And Dylan asked, in that video last week, we talked about the CS3 right here. There is another YouTube channel that I have called Ruined Clips. This is just clips of this live stream. We actually did an unboxing last weekend. If you search CS3 unboxing, I'm sure it'll come up. But there's going to be hopefully a real video of this at least in 2 weeks. I had to think about it. I had to think about what I still have to do. So I kind of got to film some stuff still. I still have to write the thing. And I'm going to maybe film early next week and then maybe edit it late next week, and maybe it'll be up next weekend. If not, before then. Or after then, I should say. Yep. So what can we talk about? You know what? One thing, I'm gonna put my headphones on. We're gonna click the media browser, and then I'm gonna click this so I know what I'm looking at. So every time the NXL has tournaments, I always like to try to keep track of plays that I saw when I was watching, so I can make a highlight clip thing. And I've never actually done it, so this is the first time I've tried to keep track and then actually edited some highlights together. But unfortunately, this last layout just wasn't very exciting. So this last tournament, there just weren't a lot of cool moves and stuff. I actually enjoyed watching the tournament. But there weren't a lot of crazy just bunker moves and a lot of gnarliness. There were a lot of we'll say long shots or shots, guys bunkering people maybe in the center of the field that just didn't come up on camera very well.
Lights out.
So this is, we have Seattle Uprising versus New York Extreme. And this is when it came down to one-on-ones. This is Corey Hall versus, actually, you know what? I kind of we're going to do that. This is Corey Hall versus Graham Arnold. Corey Hall right there on New York Extreme. New New York Extreme player against Corey Hall, or no, against Graham Arnold. A long time Portland Uprising player.
Right.
So this is a one-on-one. So this means that they went tied. When the game regulation finished, they played overtime. So they played a 5-on-5 overtime, and then that happened to go to time. So they didn't even finish the overtime, and then it goes straight into a one-on-one. So both teams pick their best player in one-on-ones. Corey Hall, we're going to say for Extreme, and then Graham Arnold over there for the Portland Uprising. So this is just, a really cool, rare occurrence in paintball.
Go, big time.
The
big
one-on-ones.
All the way into D3, and Graham has no idea he's there. But now he knows he's there. But then Corey uses that. He's going to keep coming. I like how Corey's playing this. Graham, head on a swivel, trying to figure it out. Still at that back Aztec.
I have no idea what just happened. It just stopped playing. Okay. Let's, okay. Well, while I'm doing that, let's look at this one. So I can fix it. But this, well, let's just go straight to this one. This is probably, I would say, the move of the tournament. And I'll let this play out. This is a kind of a longer one.
Okay, they do. Okay. So 3-on-3.
Yeah, back corner bunker snake side. TJ's made the move out there. Ooh, Marcelo going to get shot from that. Trying to probe. Hennessy sees that death, and he's going to.
I'm moving a bunch of stuff around on the hard drive.
Oh, Ryan got shot. Ooh, Ryan's really lucky.
There's 6 seconds left. He's not going to be able to get there. CJ Cantor.
So that's another point. This one goes to overtime as well. This was in the semifinals, though. So this was Dynasty and New York Stream in the semifinals, and they almost tied it up.
So close.
So this is another overtimer.
The finals.
So close.
But too close over there. Great job by CJ.
A little more track work. You know, a little more track work, and he'd add that. It looks a little lazy.
Marcelo Margot.
2 guys on that side against Pat. If Will,
and then Marcelo is able to get this like crazy run through right here.
Long ways away. Marcelo's probing through the middle. He's going to try to figure out how to go get Pat. Here he comes.
Marcelo Margot with a big move. He's going to get one. Marcelo Margot's going to get 2. Marcelo Margot going to get himself a 3-pack to finish it off. Well, I'm going to take back my words.
I think he kind of got lucky though. It seems like, you know, he
Marcelo's probing through the middle.
Real good. He gets this first guy. He definitely knows that guy's there, and he knows this guy's right there in the snake. And then after that, it's kind of like, oh my God, I'm still alive.
Scott's gonna get
and
2.
he's kind of just like,
Marcelo Margot going to get himself a 3-pack to finish it off. Well, I'm going to take back my words. He runs out of bounds.
That was the move of the tournament, I think.
That might be the move.
I mean, really, shooting
right
3
there.
guys like that.
He's in overtime.
Like
it's tied 1-1.
Is this
exactly what you said. He's going to come through. They have Sheer in a good spot. Gets up into the D3 position and just reads it perfectly.
Just crazy.
Overtime. It's tied 1-1.
So yeah, overtime too, and this is what's going to secure really their, winning this tournament. If they lost that overtime, that whole tournament's over for them, and Marcelo's able to easily
gets the second one untouched, comes through with the 3-pack.
Shoot all those guys. It's kind of impressive.
And put Dynasty into yet another finals. Unbelievable.
Marcelo had a bunch of really good moves, a bunch of really good ones.
Lights
Let's
out.
see if this works.
Could be Pat was a little winded after that last one too.
Yeah, could be.
It was a pretty big run.
It's probably like mind-bendingly loud for you guys. So this is that original first point that I wanted to watch.
And looks like Corey is going to go big time, big move all the way into D3, and Graham has no idea he's there. But now he knows he's there. But then Corey uses that. He's going to keep coming. I like how Corey's playing this. Graham, head on a swivel, trying to figure it out. Still at that.
I am trying to fix stuff live while we're doing this too, guys.
Back here's going to go down on his knees,
saying
though.
anything.
Honestly, at this point with him being in the weaker position, if I was him, I would just chill, protect the buzzard, run the minute out, and let the next guys come out. Because he definitely screwed up on the break.
Yeah, I think it's 2 minutes now.
Even if so, I'd sit there for 2 minutes. I mean, if you don't let him give anything to shoot, because Corey's definitely in the dominant position right now.
Yeah, and he's got all those bunkers to work with. And he's got a lot of options, so Corey's going to...
He keeps missing that first shot, though.
Yeah, he's had, I think, at least 2 opportunities. And he's getting closer now. A little harder to miss when you're this close. But yeah, Corey Hall definitely going gun.
Dude, these one-on-ones would be terrifying. Could you guys imagine playing like one-on-ones to like on the webcast to like win the tournament? That would be so nerve-wracking.
Gets the drop in on Corey Hall. So Corey Hall going gun.
It would be like the most nerve-wracking thing
ever.
I
tell you, man, Graham Arnold's a hell of a gunfighter. And that's why they put him out there and puts the team on his back.
Graham was really good. I talked about those Portland Uprising guys last weekend,
through the middle.
And then being like, you know, really good, just not being able to like perform as a team as much. So this was just kind of crazy. I didn't really edit this that well, but you can see right here we have New York Extreme playing Tampa Bay Damage. Extreme is on that side, and then right above us, that's Jacob Edwards from Tampa Bay Damage, and Jacob just gets absolutely destroyed right here. So I just thought it was kind of funny. He gets shot a lot. He gets smoked. They show him again. He got, I mean, like 20 times probably. But that's what happens when everyone's shooting at you.
They're going to get the win here. And New York Extreme going to go 3-1.
I thought they should have. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Ticket into Sunday by taking down.
I mean, Jacob will remember that one. He'll be shooting some people extra. That's for damn sure. What is this?
Jacob Edwards, Keith Brown. None of those
now my
guys.
audio is all crazy too.
First time
the
oh, here comes. He's gonna get him.
James Creek comes over
He's
the
waiting
top.
to load it. He didn't.
So this was funny. I thought this is funny. So James Creek, right there in the snake, on Uprising, just breaking hell of paint.
Those guys. You don't want to wake any of those
And he's
guys.
actually able to get one ball out.
He's gonna get him.
James Creek.
I don't even know if it's a ball. It's just like a clump of paint came out of his gun.
Off the break.
It's like it's just like.
I think he torched his gun when he dove in.
And then
have a hopper. Yeah, it's the top of his hopper.
He goes back to get that hopper.
He basically.
And that's what they were afraid of, Matt, when they put that extra bunker on the field.
That was not as cool. I thought this was funny. I actually laughed at this one in real time when I was watching it.
Our support. Mikey Arena, who's also shooting Price.
So this time we have, what is this? Kyle Spica over here in this snake. Oh, right? What am I looking at? No, I'm sorry. This is... Oh, this is that one good jump shot. This was also really good. I always try to do this like... Oh, I'm going to get rid of my my face really quick. I always try to do this at like, you know, some of these cans, or at the can I can kind of do this shot. But this is always just really impressive to me that guys are able to, I don't know, they know exactly where everyone's at and can do these crazy shots. So up in that very top left corner, whoever that is on Infamous, up at that brick, and you have Mike Arena right here in the bottom right-hand corner in the snake. And watch this shot in the top of the brick. So watch the brick guy.
They've got Blake Yarbrough behind them in the tower playing.
He just pops that top, jumps one time, probably one ball, and shoots Arena just right in the arm. We're going to loop that. I liked that. I think that's probably, like I said, probably the coolest like shot of the tournament. And one of the hardest things about paintball, you know, is there's probably cooler shots guys have made, but the biggest difficulty is just that, you know, we need to have the cameras perfectly there. I just like it a lot. So this is that one I thought that was kind of funny, where Kyle Spica does actually a really good move. He's able to like double knee slide, shoot this guy in the back. Nice little.
Nice move.
Spica comes through, obliterates.
Wow,
he shoots inside a little bit.
Good job, Spica.
And he got through that gap so fast.
And at some point they switch back over to him, and he's like crawling backwards, right?
He was so quick, and you know, I mean, Spica's a blazing fast
and he gets
guy,
ass blasted.
So he was able to go low enough, and that
See,
was just perfectly done.
Worst time to crawl backwards. Oh, but you can't see it. Bam! Right in the ass.
Shorty. Yeah, Shorty.
That is funny. What's this?
So yeah, he's going to do exactly what you said. He's going to come through.
This is another crazy run through by Marcelo. Or no, it's not. I'm sorry. This is nuts. This was probably one of the wildest points of the tournament. So this is crazy. So right here we have like a 3-on-4 or something wild, and I don't know. We'll just watch it and I'll play this out. So we have Marcelo kind of creeping around in the middle. He's able to get past that guy, bunker that center guy out, and they trade. So now it's like a 2-on-1. We have Jonah Jamrose right there in the center for Infamous on our screen shooting. Ryan Greenspan's on the far Dorito side. You can see Ryan kind of running on the sideline over there. So right now it's a 2-on-1. One Infamous guy versus 2 Dynasty guys. Ryan's behind him, just like way behind him at this point.
One-hand him.
Yeah, Ryan could just go hit the buzzer, but he's going to punish Jonah a little
Just
bit here.
wiling out. Shoots that guy.
Again,
He shoots
Jonah in a
Arturo.
situation where there's not much
And then
he
for
can
some
do.
reason,
Oh, he actually
Greenspan's
stops it,
over
so he
here
shoots
standing behind the
Arturo.
start
Ryan's gonna
box.
feel
Wow, Jonah, beautiful
Ryan
job by
dies.
Jonah Jamrose
He,
right now.
he
He's in a
could
one-on-one
ideally
situation
hit the
here,
buzzer,
probably
but
for the game,
I think it's just a
honest.
little bit too far
Jonah
away.
stepping up.
So is it going
It's
to be
just
young
getting
Lion
squirrely.
or the veteran legend?
Oh,
They end up
so
trading.
trade.
That was
Oh,
just
it's
kind of
totally
crazy.
you.
All that, like,
Raid.
Ryan could
you
hit
know,
that buzzer
running
so
around
easy,
and
went back to the
spinning and all kinds of stuff. It's just a little wild. There I am again. I don't know. Those are like the only highlights I had. The tournament was not that exciting. I don't even know if you guys are enjoying my highlights. Let me know if it's boring or not. Because I'm not watching this chat. What are you guys talking about? Has a DSR been drawn yet? Dave, yep. Faux show. I saw you in there. I recognize that name. You've participated in these raffles a bunch. And I appreciate you participating. You didn't win, for sure. You'd have gotten an email. Yep. What else is going on? Antonio, regards from Argentina. Well, hello. Nate, I was thinking about that today. Nate Supermod asks, when is the push watch party? I was thinking about that today. I don't know. Maybe we'll try to do that. Maybe I'll just do that next weekend. Or not next weekend. Next Thursday. We can watch what I think is the most influential and probably the most pivotal or critical paintball thing ever made. The push video, which is called Push. It's a smoothie. Dylan asked, CS3 efficiency, is it bad as everyone says it is, or is it all BS? It's not bad. It's definitely better than the other guns. So there's no question that the CS3 is more air efficient than the CS2. I think that most of all of this, well, really, most of all this, like, drama about air efficiency, because Planet Eclipse said that it was 20% more air efficient. At some point in, like, some documentation or some advertising thing, they said it was 20% more air efficient. And it's probably not on average. I think that most people are probably seeing an air efficiency improvement between 10 and 15%, which is good. I mean, that's kind of what we'd expect. I mean, 20% improvement is a lot. That's why, you know, everyone was kind of like, oh gosh, and went out and tested it. And most people are getting about 10 to 15. Although there are people that have said they're getting about 25 to 30% more efficiency, which is wild to me. I don't know if they're lying. I don't know if they just have... I don't know. I don't think that's normal. So it's definitely not worse, but it's probably like 10-ish to 15, I would say, is average. Yeah. See, I don't know what the heck to say. He says, it was 20% more based on a 77 tank. I know, but like, yeah. It's 77% more shots on a 77 compared to a 68. That's just terrible marketing, though. I don't think that's what they meant. I think that at one point what happened, I think at one point was Planet Eclipse got called out by ANS Gear, because ANS was like the first company to do a lot of these testings. And ANS put their video out, and then they talked to Planet Eclipse, and Planet Eclipse was like, well, you got to do it with a 77 to get more shots or something. So they were like, oh, it's with a 77. Because I don't think that Planet Eclipse would say that, right? They're like, it's 20% better. And then there's a little asterisk. You're like, you have to use a bigger tank, though. Because, you know, that's not really better, you know. It's just you're using a bigger tank. But for sure, there was some weirdness there with, like, a 77 and a 68. And technically, I do believe that a 77 will get better air efficiency, but it's by like a micro fraction. And the only reason it's able to get better air efficiency is because the tank can stay cooler longer and you're like getting better performance at a higher volume or something like that. So, David, 20% more on 1,500 shots is 300 more balls, which is a lot, really. I mean, it's like 2 whole pods, which is crazy. But it's better. It's, I think it's better. That's not something I will be testing. I hate doing air efficiency tests. I don't want to just go shoot a case of paint at nothing and just waste a bunch of paint. And there are plenty of people out there who've done air efficiency tests, so I'll mention likely the air efficiency improvements, but I'm not going to go and like shoot a whole case of paint just to find out. And I don't think that that's a good test either. I think that you'd have to shoot like 40 cases of paint to kind of get an average, you know, rather than just shoot one case and be like, this is what it's always going to be. Yeah. Those VCOMs are air eaters. A lot of the old Bob Long guns were just notoriously either very air efficient or very in-air efficient. There was never like any middle ground. Although he tried to be known for, the Bob Long guns were always known for being super air efficient. Even, yeah, I don't know why I was going to say even. NXL highlights. How boring was that, guys? Most people probably don't even play tournaments in here. Who actually watches? Oh, can I do a poll? Let's start a poll. Do you watch pro paintball? Look, I just asked a poll in the chat. I don't know how it's going to show up. Oh, it does show up on the in our thingy here. Very boring. The Kings made the playoffs. I don't know. Got lumps for you, paintball. I don't have any like Kings gear, Kings memorabilia. We have like this stuff, but this is like the Sac Paintball store logo, but it's like kind of Kingsy. The Sacramento Kings are the worst team ever, and I still don't believe they're good. I've been watching the Sacramento Kings be bad at basketball for what seems like 20 years. So they're finally good this 1 year, and I don't believe it. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see what happens. Eric, what paint or size do you recommend for a stock Empire Mini GS barrel? I'm new to paintball. Well, there's nothing out there, unfortunately. So what they do a lot of the time with those stock barrels, well, let's say this. So all paintballs, no matter what, every single time they make them, no matter who's making it, no matter the quality level, no matter anything, they're all trying to make them perfectly .689 caliber, right? So ideally, you know, we could all just have .689 barrels, but that's not the case, right? Depending on the brand or if it's hot outside or cold outside, if you stored it incorrectly or whatever, that paintball can vary, you know, just slightly, just very, very slightly. That's why we're having those different size barrels. But the problem with a lot of the inexpensive guns is that they're coming with a very large bore size. So it's not going to be small, and it's not going to probably fit paintballs that well. So it's coming with a larger size. That's not that bad, though. It's kind of a good thing. The main reason they do that is so that those paintballs, or I should say that barrel, the Mini GS, will just kind of work with all the paintballs, right? If it came with a really small bore size, that means that, you know, it's not going to fit a lot of the paintballs, right? It's not going to fit like the weird sized ones or whatever. So it's coming with a big one to work with all the paintballs. So there unfortunately isn't really a barrel that's going to fit, or there isn't really a paintball that's going to fit that stock barrel on the Mini. What I would do is I'm a big fan of inexpensive barrels. I think, you know, barrels are barrels at some point. So I really like the HK Army. Oh, I don't think I have my window open. Oh, I might have to set that up really quick. Oh, well. Let's try that. Whatever. So I'm a big fan, actually, of those HK Army VX one-piece barrels. I think they're like $45, and they're very good. You can get those in different bore sizes. You can get that in that very popular 689 size, and that's probably what I would do. I would just get a single-piece HK Army VX barrel or the CP one-piece barrels. They're both very good. And I say that because, you know, spending $50 on a barrel isn't that crazy for like a $300, $400 gun. But to me, spending $200 on a barrel kit for a $400 gun or $500 gun almost now. It's just kind of crazy. So, yeah. I always like the cheaper barrels on cheaper guns. We actually have a very expensive barrel right in front of me. Let's look at that. So this thing, let's turn around let's like maneuver some things around real quick. We're gonna look at this. Well, how's my poll going? Did my poll ever finish? My poll finished. Wow, a lot of people watch Pro Paintball. Apparently 84% of you are in here say you do watch Pro Paintball. That's not that surprising, I guess. Okay, this is a brand newish. These came out maybe like 6 months ago-ish or something like that. From Infamous and their Pro DNA line. This is such a cool case. We're gonna switch these around real quick. Let's go down. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. The lighting's not so great right here. Bear with me. This might get shaky. Let's just do that. So this is the Infamous, although maybe I should wait for the camera to settle down and stop shaking. It'll stop. The Infamous Pro DNA Barrel Kit. These things are $199.95. Cool case. Always really liked all the Infamous like products. It's just built really well. It's going to come with that MOLLE on the back. The Infamous gear bags and backpacks all kind of have MOLLE spots all over them, so you could like attach it somewhere, you know? It's kind of cool. The Infamous Pro DNA Barrel Kit. What I really kind of like about these is these knurled backs. You can kind of see that it has that crazy grip all along that backside, really just giving it like insane grip. It's just kind of cool looking. I really like it. It's really cut down, so they're very, very, very lightweight. You get a bunch of stuff. Let's just rip all these out of here. Whoop, as an O-ring flew off. Barrel backs galore. I really like this blue. Blue's freaking cool. Okay, so what's neat about these, and compared to, we'll say, like, you know, other barrel kits, a lot of the times with a barrel kit, you're going to get something like this, right? You're going to get, you know, 4 solid barrel backs and then a barrel tip. But with these things, really cool, you're going to get a Freak XL barrel back as well. So you can actually put Freak inserts in that, or, you know, just use these single solid barrel backs. What are sizes these come with? 683, 680, 686. I'm going to go with a 688. So all small sizes. If you're out there using like a 692 bore size and you're looking for that, can't do it. What you have to do is get a Freak insert, and you can put a Freak insert in there. I just really like these. I think they're really like cool looking. It is a little odd though, right? It looks a little wacky how it's like kind of smaller back here and like fatter in the front. It's a little hard to tell on camera, but I always like this stuff. I think that, you know, supporting these brand new companies and supporting, you know, just paintball companies is cool. So this is Infamous, you know, they're a pro team. So a lot of, you know, this money goes straight back to them to support the team. And it's just good. I think that more of these companies that are coming up and making unique products is always going to be good for paintball, right? So that makes, you know, Dye have to make a better barrel. Maybe, you know, we've seen new Smart Parts, or I should say GOG Freak XL barrels recently. So just more competition just makes it kind of cool. Kabingo. I think they're a 14.5. Somebody asked. I'm not really sure, actually. I always wonder that. Like, I look at some barrels and I'm like, oh, they're so long. And I'm like, oh, this one's not long. But I can't ever tell by just looking at them. So we know for sure this is a 14-inch. That is a Dye ultralight in a 14. So right there, it's a little bit longer. You can kind of see right there. That's sticking out at a 14.5. Yep. The same stock barrel length as the Planet Eclipse ones. Let's take Michael Jackson. Sir, I did not do it again. It's possible I got it and deleted it a long time ago. Like we said, I kind of might have thought it was spam. I looked for it. Do it again, if you will, sir. There it is with that freak back. It's pretty cool. Excellent barrels. They're made really well. And that's kind of the thing that I say to look for. We should look for in barrels. There's not any, like, you know, crazy technology that's going to be, you know, better than another. Man, it'd really be nice to get rid of this freaking pole. There we go. There we go. Barrels. Yeah, one of the things is just look for quality, right? I don't think that there are, or there isn't really a barrel out there with any like crazy technology that's going to make it better than another one. So just having good quality, high quality, is going to matter the most. So you can kind of see that, like, I got this goddamn face detection on, so it's like hard for shit to focus when I'm like looking at the camera. Yeah, there you go. You can see that on there now. Bam. The infamous FLX barrel kit. I have the case over here. Hold on. What is going on here? Okay, let's put this back together. What is chat people saying? Michael, yeah, just email me again if you will. Smoke Fools 66. Do you think Field 1... I want to make sure I put these in there right. Do you think Field 1 will release an update to the Force or release a G7R soon? We literally, I think I talk about that like every single time I do anything. That's probably like the most common question. Is it like sandpaper on there? No, I mean, it's like, it's really rough, but it's like, you know, it's milled into the like body, so it's not like, it's not gonna like wear off or anything. Yeah, it seems like every time anything happens, everyone always wants to know if there's going to be like a new Force of the G7R, and I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you know, Field 1, they're pretty candid about that kind of stuff, and I know that I've asked them, other people have asked them, and pretty much every time they say yes, you know, we're working on them. They're not sure when it's going to come out. You know, I asked them that years ago, and they said yes. So they're still working on a G7. I think that the G7's been in work for like 14 years or something like that, it seems like. Maybe not 14, but close, it seems like. Silencio barrel kit. I called that like the FX barrel back or whatever. That's actually what they call their insert barrel. This is the Silencio. What's exactly it say on here? The Pro DNA Silencio full barrel kit. Yeah. Infamous make a bunch of stuff. I really like their pants. Their pads are really good. They make a bunch of triggers. They make a bunch of stuff. Go support Infamous. Let's go look at the Infamous website. No, let's not look at the Infamous website. That's boring. Super boring. Did we like lose the internet or something crazy happen? We might have. Who's got questions for me? Fire away with questions. Abyss FPS. I want that on. I appreciate those $2 super chats, guys. Super chats are freaking awesome. I totally have to like demonetize every video I make now, or YouTube deletes them. So, helpful. Abyss FPS. What is a good backup marker? By the way, I love your videos. Backups. So I think that two things about backups. I think that, did my light work? Did the light jingle, jingle, jingle? Two things about backups. I think that what we used to do a long time ago, we'll say, back in the day, was you'd have two of the same thing, right? Say like you have a CS2 for some reason, buy another one. So you've got two CS2s. It's a lot of money, but that's kind of what we used to do, mainly because it was a lot easier to just know how to work on one gun, right? So you didn't have two different style guns, so that if something happened, you could switch over parts, or you could just, get really good at using that one gun. So I would say, two of the same thing, or just something that's known to be extremely inexpensive and just reliable, right? And that kind of depends on probably how you play. If you're playing, rec all the time, you're not really, playing tournaments ever, I'd get something mechanical. I'd look at, probably the E-Mech or the ETHA 3M. I was going to say the ETHA 7. The ETHA 14. Yeah, those guns, just because they're mechanical, so you don't have to worry about batteries and settings and stuff like that. And they just work. I mean, those guns are known for being super reliable. But if you play tournaments and you don't want to have two of the same gun, because it's just expensive, the ETHA 3 is the gun I'd buy. For sure. So having two of the same thing, or just, something that's known for being really reliable and stuff that's just really simple. In the ETHA stuff, we'll say. That's my thing. Matt, should you buy a Belsales? Although you said Beacle sales. Belsales Evolution X Autococker or a Shocktech cocker. I'm going with Belsales. I have always been a fan of the Belsales stuff. I was trying to get full front pneumatics for an autococker build I did a while ago. Damn, Nate! I want the light to work. My super chat light's not working. But Nate, freaking awesome. Come on, guys. Let's do super chats and pump that sweet Paintball Ruin My Life merch. Speaking of which, I actually meant to do a, take pictures. Nate, you're awesome. You know that, though. Let's look at that. Ooh, a plane. You can find Paintball Ruin My Life merch if you go to PBRML.shop. And it will transport you eventually over to the Paintball Ruined My Life merch store, or there's links in the description of this thing. So I actually added a couple new headbands to this. I added that thing, and that one, yeah. So this is another, I don't like the way that works in Firefox. It's always weird. That right there, I like to call drinks because it reminds me of that 1990s cup or whatever. That's me wearing the thing. You get terry cloth on the back of that bad boy. They're 100% cotton. I was going to say denim, which they are denim, but they're, all cotton as well. Looks really cool. That's one of the lighter ones. Or Jeremy really liked his. Great soft material with sharp graphic printing. There's the red, white, and blue one, which is got the main Paintball Ruin My Life logo, but, red, white, and blue. Same thing. You can kind of see maybe, yeah, you can see that denim kind of patternish on there. One of the cooler things about this is, too, guys, if you want to buy 3 of these bad boys, $75. That's not bad. You can print which head, or you can pick which headband you want. Right over there. You want these ones? You got those ones. You can go like that. You can add that bad boy to your cart. We're not actually going to buy it, though. We can go view the cart. Bam, you got stuff in there. Paintball Ruin My Life merch. There's also other stuff in here, guys. What else we got? Let's just do this the easy way. Barrel covers. Oh, lots of barrel covers. They got more barrel cover options probably than anything. There's also a $15 3-pack. That's how I make money off this goddamn channel, guys. Go buy merch. Dakota, I appreciate that very much. You're celebrating the first super chat from Dakota. That's an interesting thing. I appreciate it, dude. Cool. Sweet. Definitely. Matt, what'd you say? Which one you like more? For what were we talking about? Belsales, yeah. I really like the Belsales guns, so I'm all for those things. Huge fan of them. You know what else I want? If anyone like buys Paintball Ruin My Life stuff, I want your pictures wearing it. So somehow I gotta like get people to send me pictures of them wearing stuff. So if you ever like, you know, own a Paintball Ruin My Life headband, you bought one and you have a picture of you wearing it, send it over. I want to like put it on here. We're gonna like, I don't know, at some point make a little promo thing with people wearing stuff. Super Godo 6 says, as someone who owned 13 Evolutions and sold all of them for way too cheap. Yeah, there was like 10 years ago, I bet 15 years ago, 10 years ago, people were like $600, $500, and now they're like $3,000. Those old paintball guns have gone up in price quite a bit just because they're so rare, and all this mechanical stuff came back. Either way, you sold them for too cheap. Would go Evo over Shocktech any day. Shocktech's one of those few cockers I never did own though. I wasn't really a fan of I mean, some of the pneumatics are good on the Shocktech guns. The Shocktech, let's like open this, see if we can look at some stuff. The Shocktech Autococker. What is going on with the monitor? Why is it all friggin' staticky? Jimmy Jam, what is going on? Did I just break the monitor? Look at it. What is going on? We were going to look at Shocktech guns and like try to look at some old Shocktech parts and whatever, but here we go. Shock. What happens if we just do images? Ooh. There's a nice one right there. Whew. The old Shocktechs. So they're obviously selling new ones over at Shocktech USA. These are going to be expensive paintball guns, guys. Oh, $250. Nope, that's just a deposit. 16 hundos. I actually haven't really like paid that much attention to all these like old cockers. Like I've never really. Wow, that's really cool actually. I really like that like honeycomb-ish look. That's really neat. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Damn, with the Field 1 barrel on there, it's like got the cuts. That looks really good. Look at the like little holes in the like top. That's really cool though. I really like that one. That's what I was thinking of. That's like the old kind of like Shocktech guns that I think of. Pretty cool. And then you have Belsales. So this stuff's going to be even... Wow, they got a bunch of on the Matrix gear. These guys are selling some. Let's see it. 13. Yeah, I just like these pneumatics more. I don't know. Something about like... That's really nice though. It's just classic, right? It's just freaking iconic. It's an iconic design. They're just very expensive. I don't know. Ooh, look at that one. Look at that. The old Predator. You know, I never really had any old cool cockers. I never really, I don't know. It was never a thing. Oh, yeah. It's all out of stock. Yeah. Old autocockers. Who? I don't know. I was going to ask who in here is using old-ass guns, but probably not a lot of you. Let's do this. We got some paintball videos we could watch. So this is Los Angeles. My headphones on? Yep. Los Angeles Infamous. Another Infamous product coming straight out of Travis Szymanski camp. Let's make sure we got audio and it's all good and we're all working.
Dive in. Okay, Ryan Hall, you get in here, you tell the CP what he's got in front of him, how to get him across, okay? And then you're quarterbacking him, right?
Messing with stuff.
Now, after the break,
Forgot I had this.
after the breakout, you're the DC, right? You're coming back, you're blind. But then guess what? You get to the command center, you're looking back at this way. So you're
Callie Rudolph, he's the guy like in charge of, I'm pretty sure Callie designs almost all the Infamous stuff.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, boys. Go. Come on now. Hey, bring it in.
Joe Barrett's the man.
It's a big one, boys.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope we don't get like taken down for like copyright violation. Matt the Gym Rat! I watched I have seen some videos lately popping around. Here we go, it's going down. It's going down. I lowered the video on, I lowered the audio on the wrong thing.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection,
high adrenaline paced.
Problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Why you be all in my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with it.
Corey Field getting smoked.
I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust you. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bucket. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money.
Ooh, cool.
I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune on flipping the
We watched that earlier. Oh, this is a good one. There it is. Boom! Damn. Woo! That's the first time I've seen that up close like that. So Ronnie shot him in the head 4 times on the ground. 5. Pretty good.
Dubbing the mixes I'm mixing, I know I've been missing, I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I know what you digits, I mean it, I'm staying inside. Cause they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Back on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling, the birdie is back.
Who is that? Was that Archie? Look at how fat, look at how slow Archie looked. Or was that Archie running right there? Hold on. Look at how he's like, it looks like slow motion.
Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause check out problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems.
Damn, that's cool right there. I like that. There's a lot of good footage in this. Like, look at that craziness.
On problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. A phone and affection, I summon and dub it.
It's funny. Oh yeah, Dynasty is sponsored by them now. Dynasty is. I was like, this is funny how it's like all Dynasty, but at least Dynasty is a pro DNA. Matt the Gym Rat, a $10 super chat. Michael, I missed you. Sorry, hold on. We're going back. Michael, I totally missed you. Your earlier one. I thank you very much. Forward it again. Cool. Yeah, I did look. Yeah, I totally looked. I like searched stuff, and I was like, I don't know. I don't really know what I was like looking for. Yeah, I appreciate it. Matt the Gym Rat, thank you. Love content, brother, thank you. Looking forward to seeing the next video. I appreciate it. Hopefully soon here. Yeah. Oh gosh. What else do I got on here? I wanted to watch, this is pretty long. So the links to all these videos, we're going to watch this one. That link to that infamous video, you can find that in the description of this video, as well as this. This is, we're going to see like more of a vlog, longer style content video from Jackson Frey. Frey, I'm pretty sure it's Frey. Yeah, definitely. It plays for Blast Camp. Semi-professional team. Blast Camp is a very good team. Somebody fill me in on how well Blast Camp did at the last tournament. We're gonna fast forward this. So I kind of like these. It just kind of shows that these tournaments are fun. It's just everyone kind of hanging out and dicking around and stuff. So.
Do it again.
Yep.
I hit it the first time.
So this is a long one. They all have like, we're not going to watch this whole thing, but we'll just show clips. So this is on probably Thursday on the practice field. Or maybe this is actually Thursday at like a paintball field somewhere in Florida. This looks like an actual paintball field in Florida. Practicing before the event. This is a long one though. It's a freaking long one. I don't want to just sit here and play other people's videos all that much. We'll fast forward to the paintball action parts. This song's probably definitely not good for me to use.
Yeah. I'm the worst person to.
They lost to PB Fit in the finals. I was pretty sure. I was like, they either won or like something. I know that I watched them play. Yeah.
They won.
The cast.
Nice headband, brother.
They won.
Thanks, dude. It's the master. Powered by Rain.
So, you know what I'm curious about? It's like this Hermesis stuff. Literally everyone has a Hermesis headband.
Nice headband, brother.
Everyone.
Thanks, dude. It's the master. Powered by Rain.
Like, I know they were like cool and stuff, but now like everyone has a Hermesis headband. Are they like cool still? Some of them are pretty sweet though.
Open up the door, watch all the G's forward. Smoke clouds follow while we hit another quarter. 50s in a carry-on, feel like a transporter.
Jackson Frey video. In the description, you can find this thing, guys. Getting smoke in the face.
Shout out to the boy Cushy. Now I'm everything I could be, shades on with a hoodie. Off a little something, so you think I got my eyes closed.
Look at how small the controls look.
Getting so much chicken blockheads out of tacos. Getting so much packs like we gotta scan a barcode. Getting so much A, cause we working out of ISO. Should've went Indies, but you didn't, now you dry snow. Baby come to Brooklyn, yeah, you know they moving Shutterstone. Told her pull it over, ain't gotta read no rice though. Everything a process, checking in deposits. Got a shoe closet, many complex closet.
Got a shoe closet.
In a true pocket. Racket club days.
I don't have a shoe closet, guys. Yep. There we are. All right, we're switching back. What's happening over here? Okay, let's go. I have a Harrison Fry signed one. Something signed. Central Florida paintball, I think, Dylan says. That was kind of my guess. Central Florida paintball, I believe that's where like Tampa Bay Damage and those guys play. There's something I wanted to do really quick. Bear with me. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to do this. I'm going to talk to myself. We're talking. So I wanted to like, this is something I wanted, like a gag I want to try. Nick Sloviak! I love you, Nick. You're a big part of paintball, obviously. With a $20, we're going to go back. $20 super chat, sir. You're freaking awesome. I hope you're well. Yeah. your positive attitude in paintball is always goddamn refreshing. Too many people are goddamn negative, and you're just always trying to have fun. So thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Oh, that's not the right one. Oh. So this is the gag I want to try to do. I want to try to go to the paintball field and make an invisible paintball gun. So we got to take like a clean shot. Unfortunately, I didn't take this picture right to do this key very well, but yeah. I want to go to the paintball field and like try to play with an invisible paintball gun. It's going to get a little wacky in this though. So I think it'd be kind of funny. Just because you won't be able to see it. When I'm shooting, it'll look like nothing's in my hand, hopefully. Although you can see all this spill and stuff like that, makes it a little bit hard to like super key, but I think that if it's like far away, if I'm like, not really close, it's not super close up to this. Yeah, hopefully it'll look cool. I'm going to try it this weekend, maybe. It'll be kind of interesting. We can wrap it in green duct tape and key out. Yeah, this is blue. The problem with green is I thought about green, and I actually think that hold on. I'll turn it all off. The problem with green, see, it's just blue tape. I think that the problem with green is going to be that the field and the turf and all that stuff is green. So I think that, yeah, just if the gun's green, I think that'll key will be hard. So that's why I kind of picked blue. I think standing next to like a red bunker or even on a hyperball field with like green turf and stuff, I think that they would work a little bit better. Plus, I just had this tape. All this is like the freaking, like, whatever the hell this is called. The painter tape or whatever. Maybe. I think it's kind of funny. I can't remember what I was watching that gave me this idea. I think I was watching some I'm watching skateboarding, and there's a really old skateboard video where it's not that old. Let's see if I can find it real fast. There's an old skate video where they actually green screen the skateboard and stuff, and it looks really good. There we go. Let's switch that over and we can watch this real fast. So this is really cool. This is a freaking barrel O-ring. This is what at least... oh yeah, it was in Yeah Right. I forgot. We're definitely going to get in trouble if we view this one. I mean, this is one of the best skate videos of all time, though. It's like a masterpiece. So even if you don't skateboard, it's very, very well made. So, I mean, it's the same concept, right? You just gotta, it's a lot more work, though. Man, look at how cool it looks. It's just really fun. So, yeah, I thought it'd be kind of funny to be playing with a paintball gun, and you're like... But I'm going to have my hopper not be blue, and I want to kind of maybe I should key out everything. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of funny. We'll give it a shot. I talk about Push being one of the best paintball videos ever. This skateboard video, Yeah Right, is P-Rod and all the crew in the background. One of the best videos ever. You got Brandon Biebel over here being like, ba 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 boo. Yep. So I think it'd be kind of cool. Steven Jackson. Let me... I appreciate that super chat, sir. $1.99. It's all your fault I'm playing paintball again. That's not what you said, but I get it. That's good. I mean, You know, it took me a while to even like, you know, realize that it was a good thing. Meteorologists on Halloween. Old soul. There you are, sir. Hope you're well. Yeah, it took me a while. There was a long time when I was working in paintball, and when I was just like a worker, you know, it wasn't like I was just working, you know. I'm like, I just work here. But when I started like being in charge, like when I owned the store and was in charge of employees and all kinds of nonsense, it was difficult to kind of find a reason to own the paintball store. I was like, man, I'm just selling stuff to people. It's like, it's not very exciting. It's just kind of lame. I'm just like consumerism guy. I'm just like selling all this stuff. But now at least, hopefully with YouTube, I hope that I'm able to maybe like encourage people to play paintball, or just encourage people to have fun playing paintball too. I do think paintball is good, right? We're outside, you're running around, you're with friends, meeting new people. So yeah, I think it's good you're playing paintball. And I hope that I can encourage more people to play paintball. Owen Wilson shreds. It's so funny how that's like that clip, people think it's real still. Like freaking 20 years later or whatever, people are like, dang, Owen Wilson's hella good. He just like nollie back knows about that rail. It's like, okay. Anyway. Enough about skateboarding. I don't even skateboard. I wish that one of the things that I do wish about paintball is I wish that paintball kind of had that like skateboard atmosphere. I think that, or surfing in a way as well. I think that paintball, because we're on teams, right? You got 5-man teams and whatever. We're all on teams. It separates us, and it makes people feel like, you know, they're on another team and they're on another team and they're just different. We're not like really a part of each other. Whereas, you know, skateboarding, maybe you're not really on teams as much. So it kind of feels like we're maybe all more a part of something. And I think that the team atmosphere in paintball also makes it like more serious and more competitive. And like people are just more excited, which is a good and a bad thing. I think that, you know, for me, I don't care anymore. I just want to have fun. You know, I just want to go dick around at the paintball field and play a couple games and just have fun. And I think that's what, you know, skateboarding is. It's just having fun. And there's a portion of paintball where it's not about having fun. You know, it's about winning tournaments and like, it's like any sport, I guess. You know, basketball at one point, it was all about fun. And then at some point it became not fun. Anyway. Dylan Colding. Is that how I say that? Colding. Trying to get my company to do a paintball tournament as a company morale booster. Like department versus department, any tips, advice, convincing them? Well, I wouldn't say a tournament. What I would do is just go get a private group. You know, just like, say the paintball field here, right? If, you know, we are some company and there's like 20 people or 10 people or whatever the number is, you just call the paintball field and we're like, hey, we'd like to, you know, get a private party. You know, most of the paintball fields should have like, I don't know, private party limits. You know, you got to have at least 10 people. They're not like, we can't have a private party for 2 people. You got to have at least 10. So sometimes there'll be a limit, but a lot of the times what will happen in those private parties, you know, you got to split up. You have to play each other. So you can kind of put, you know, different departments against each other. Or maybe even then you can have, you know, play against your friends. Because, you know, sometimes it's fun to shoot your friends. Or, you know, shoot coworkers that you work a lot with. So I'd just try to like, you know, get a private group somewhere. And if you're a big company, if you're big enough, you know, you can have it during the week. I mean, there's, you know, paintball fields around here definitely do private parties during the week. There used to be like the like Army reserves or like something reserves used to like go out to Capitol Edge all the time, and they'd go out there on Thursday or Friday and they'd have like 250 people in their private group. It was crazy. They'd like fill the parking lot. So they'll do it. People will do it for sure. Convincing people, I don't know. It's going to matter who you're talking to. Because, I mean, I think everyone should know about, like, what, team building exercises and how it can be fun and stuff. I think people's biggest concern probably with paintball is it's just going to be not safe, or maybe it's too aggressive or something like that. So what I'd probably do is, like, I don't know, find some cool paintball videos to show people that aren't speedball, people just having fun, not like, tournament players getting shot in the head a bunch. Because that probably wouldn't be so good. Cold Asian wants to know, can 13-year-olds play in the NXL? Yeah, for sure. I think you got to be like 10. Actually, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know what the actual age is. I mean, I know people younger than 13 that have played in the NXL. Yes. I don't know what the youngest age is, though. I'd imagine 10. I mean, most of the paintball fields are 10 because of insurance. The NXL has a Young Guns League now just for young players, Supergoat says. Yeah, I wonder what... Man, I really wish my music never worked today, did it? I just don't know what the exact ages are, so I couldn't really 100% tell you. I don't think I've got anything else cool to talk about. Oh, I do, but I don't have it really ready. I do kind of think that my invisible paintball gun gag is kind of funny. Hold on. I'm going to try to, like... Super exciting for you guys. I want to try to, like... I'm trying to, like... There we go. So, now what happens? Oh gosh. I want to try to like pull. We gotta like, we're doing this super ghetto right now. What is happening? I don't know. Was my head in the screenshot? That's insane. But see, that's a little better. That's kind of what it will look like. I mean, obviously, it's not perfectly transparent, but it's kind of funny. I like it. Although, my head's right there in this one. So you wouldn't even know it's there. You're like, I'm like, hey. Paintball gun. It's kind of cool. Maybe it's not the neatest thing in the world, but I'm kind of curious what it'll actually look like on camera. Old Soul. Having them pay for it is going to be tough. Yeah, getting your company to pay for stuff is difficult. I mean, you're going to be talking like $150 a person or something like that. So it might be a lot. Nate, that will be super fun video. I don't know what I want to do. I just kind of want to like shoot a little bit and like key it out and like see what it looks like. It just might be kind of funny. Yep. Here's the CS3. It's up there. Who has questions for me? Give me something to talk about. I've plumb run out of randomness to talk about. Let's look over here. raffle. So currently, the Die DSR Plus raffle has concluded in the Paintball Ruined My Life Facebook group. And when I'm done with the review on the CS3 over in that Facebook group, there will be another raffle for the CS3. I'm not 100% sure because I'd like to try and finish, or I should say I want to try to film this coming week the rest of that CS3 video, and then probably Saturday. So next Saturday, so in like 10 days. We'll hopefully have the CS3 video. Marcelo, been a while since I've seen you. How have you been? I'm okay, friggin' life's going on. I don't know. Normal. Yeah, pretty good, I guess. I don't, does pineapple belong on pizza? I don't think so. I mean, I will eat a pineapple. What are the pizzas called with like ham and pineapple? Is it just Hawaiian? A Hawaiian pizza? I mean, I'll eat a Hawaiian pizza. But if you ask me what belongs on a pizza, it's one topping. Pepperoni. Pepperoni is the only thing you should put on a pizza. I mean, you could put maybe some olives on there. A pepperoni. That's all I got. Macron after party. Macron, is that Macron after party? Macron, like Emmanuel Macron. SVP made a claim that paintball culture can get a little scummy, but didn't really elaborate it. What do you think he meant by that? I don't even know. I recognize that name. I don't know. I have no idea. I think that people are people, probably. I think that once you get into any of these, like, you get into anything, and people are wacky. Sometimes people just suck. Paintball's full of amazing people. Everyone I hang out with at the paintball field and all the people that I associate with, I'd say I love. Everyone's awesome. Not a single one of them is a scumbag. But, a lot of people play paintball. So, there's scummy, wacky people out there. And, yeah, I don't know. But I don't think paintball is probably, like, any worse than anything else, I don't know. Maybe he had, like, some specific thing that happened to him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that paintball is bad. It's like, what kind of like, I'm like, I don't think so. Like, nothing really bad is ever happening. It's not like tons of people talk shit to each other. I mean, people are kind of negative. One thing I hate is when anytime a new product comes out, everyone's always like, that's stupid. Why'd they do this? And this is dumb. And your guys are idiots. So that's one thing I don't like. But again, that's the internet, right? I mean, if you're reading comments on the internet, then that's your problem in the first place. Justin, why don't I make videos more frequently? Kind of a lot of reasons, really. Doing other things. Hopefully I'm going to do it more. We're going to say, I at least want to try to do a live stream a week. So I would like to be here doing live streams at least once a week. John Wick, I appreciate it. How much is a box of paint where you're from? Like $40? I don't actually know. I don't really pay real prices for anything, guys. So I don't really know. I mean, I think that retail is like, right now, I'm thinking about the paintball store and the paintball field. So right now, I believe the paintball store is going to kind of vary. So, you're going to be able to buy paint there most of the time, probably between $42 and $45. It just kind of matters what they have. And then most of the paintball fields around here are selling paint for $60 to $70 a case. And I'd say about half of them are field paint only. One of the better things, though, like the place I play all the time, Capital Edge, they have their self-equipped special, which is like, I think, $70 now. Maybe it's $65. And that includes a case of paint and entry, which is, perfect. You said in Florida, our paint is $40 to $60. I went to play in Ocean City, and it was $100 a box. It's fucking weird. Wild. Yeah, for sure. I mean, what's crazy is this paint varies, and it's just mainly a way for the people to make money, you know. I mean, really, they're just selling stuff to make money. Paint prices, yeah. I mean, the biggest thing that dictates paint is just a lot of the paintball fields are field paint only, right? So that if you're going to pay there, you actually have to buy, you know, your paintballs from that paintball field. That's probably the biggest, like, drawback or, you know, biggest thing that sucks about some fields is you just can't bring your own stuff. But, you know, they're selling you paint and they're able to make money and stay in business at the same time. So, you know, these companies being able to make money by selling paint is probably a good thing. Oh, there's a place in Ohio, there's $100 for 400 shots. They sell in 200 increments. It's at some tourist place. I mean, that makes sense, kind of. I mean, if it's like some, that's insane, though. But, I mean, yeah, you could never charge that to real paintball players. I'd be like, $100 for a hopper? I can't remember where. There was this place in the Bay Area in, like, San Francisco. It wasn't in San Francisco. It was outside of San Francisco. We used to play all the time, and it was at, like, a fairgrounds. It was, well, I guess it was in Vallejo, California, at the fairgrounds there. And I can't for the life of me remember how much paint was there, but it was absorbently expensive. This was Gap paintballs. When we were probably selling them at the paintball store at the time, probably like $30 to $35 a case. And I swear it was over $100 a case at this field. But this was in like 2004, so it was a lot of money. It was called Fairgrounds. I used to drive down there after work and play from like 8:30 to like 12 at night. It was a lot of fun. It was cool. $45 a case in Alabama. Yeah, see, $45-$50 a case is perfectly fine, I think, really. I mean, I don't think that's that much money. Especially nowadays. I mean, like, I don't even shoot a case of paint. Like, I go out and play, and I shoot, like, 2, maybe 3 bags. You know, if you're out there playing tournaments and you're shooting, like, 4 cases a day, like, yeah, that's a lot of money. But I just don't shoot that much anymore. You know, now with mechanical guns and all that stuff, we're just massively, you know, reduced... yeah, the amount of paint I shoot. But I don't know what's going on. I'm having all kinds of, like, problems today. Yeah, Adam says, $65 a case at my usual field, but it's nicer paint. Yeah, so, like, at Capital Edge, like out here, when they're paying 65-ish or 60 a case if you want another one. And normally it's like, you know, 3-star or 4-star. It's not like 1-star, like the cheapest stuff possible. It's typically like a mid-high-end ball. So it's, you know, 60 or 65 at the field. But at the paintball store, it'd be like 55 or 50. So it's not like a crazy markup. Yep. What did I use last time? I've been using the Dynasty stuff a lot. Actually, I have like a pot around here. This is the Dynasty ball from Core, or like GI Sports or whatever we want to call them nowadays. It's really just like 5-star. But it's got that cool banana smell. That doesn't smell like bananas, but when you break it, it smells like bananas. Bananas. Yeah, paintball's expensive. Paintballs can be expensive. Yeah, the Dynasty stuff's been shooting fine. I mean, I've shot, I think, I don't know, like 4 cases of it probably. 3 or 4 cases of it, and shoot perfectly fine. I've had no problems with it at all. And it's been so long since I've actually had problems, though. I mean, now the guns, like, are so easy on paint. Like, I don't ever break paint. I mean, it's literally been years since I've broken paint. Like, it just doesn't happen anymore. I mean, using the EMAC, I'm always using, like, high-end guns. So I just never have problems. Although I do want to use my A5. Oh, there it is. We were talking about that last week, and I really want to have, like, I really wish I had an RT trigger on my A5. I'm going to be like, the good old A5. Some of you guys might know this from back in the day. Why is this not switching around? Back in the day. The A5. This is the newer version, though. You got that selector switch. The original previous version had a push button safety. Gotta love the A5. Comes with its built-in cyclone hopper. Cyclone hopper. The A5. I want to put an archery trigger on there. The response trigger, it's kind of cool. So the response trigger for these, it is, there's a little cylinder they put in there. It's like a, I don't know, like a plungery system-y thing. I don't know what to call it. And a bar pushes forward. There's air that goes into the trigger frame that pushes a rod forward. And when you pull the trigger back, you kind of push the rod back. When you pull the trigger back, that rod goes back, but there's pressure on it. So if you let go, it like rockets the trigger forward. So you can kind of find like this sweet spot where it's like you're kind of pulling and it's kind of pushing itself, and you can be like, you can like really shoot like real crazy fast. The response trigger. I haven't explained the response trigger to someone in a really long time. I'm missing the sight, though. It's also been a really long time since I've taken one of these guns apart. Oh, God. Stepping on a visor. I don't know where this was. I don't know why we're not switching around. It's a JT visor. John Wick. I bought my Trinity 5 for $75 and replaced the O-rings. Works great. I also have the electric trigger that allows for full auto, 3-round burst, semi-auto, and response. I love the A5. It's freaking great. That's cool. Old Soul, rather than have an RT auto mag. I imagine so. I'd rather, yeah, me too. Nate, do you still have that A5 hopper and barrel? I have the barrel for sure. I have the hopper too, yeah. Somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere around here. For sure. I have better than that barrel, though. I have a dye ultralight back for it. This is kind of crazy. Oh. So this is a dye ultralight that fits on the A5. An A5 threaded dye ultralight back. Pretty cool. Where's the hopper? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere in the midst of things. Not many A5 barrel threaded options. A5 barrels are going to be super rare. I don't even, for sure. The CP barrels are probably still the best. Is the A5 polymer? Not really. I mean, there's some parts, right? Like this body is cast aluminum. But there's some spots on it that are plastic, like the trigger frame. I don't know, you can't hear a difference. Trigger frame is plastic, that selector switch is plastic. This foregrip is plastic. The cocking knob is plastic. The cyclone feed body housing is plastic. Look at that cool ass barrel. Bling bling. Find an old Apex barrel. They still around? You could probably find the Apex 3 barrel or the Apex 3? No, Apex 2. The Apex 3 was like a Apex 3 in one barrel. It wasn't any different. Yeah, the Apex barrel's probably still around. The Apex barrels are weird though. They work, you know, they kind of work as advertised. You can get hook shots. It does shoot further. You can do that like drop shot thing, but they're not accurate at all. You know, so I'd rather just have like a barrel that shoots consistently straight. The Apex barrel's like, you know, you make it do the hook thing and you're like, oh, it worked really good that one time. And then all the other times it's like all over the place. So I don't really like that Apex barrel. I'd probably use a flatline before. Paintball is fun. I rock an Automag RT, RT Pro, E-Mag, pneumatic mag, and an Automag MFG. All at the same time, hopefully. I think I would like the RT Pro. Wow, an E-Mag would be really fun though, wouldn't it? It would be really fun to use the E-Mag though. That would be pretty cool. I've actually never owned an Automag. When Automags were kind of doing their thing, is right when I kind of got into paintball. I guess I got into paintball in like 2001. So at the time, Autocockers and Automags were still popular. It's just Autocockers were kind of cooler or something. I don't know. So I got an Autococker. I probably should have got a mag because it would have worked. But, you know, everyone had cockers, so I had to get one. Z-Mags. Friggin' cool. I made it through winter. The Macron after party. Made it through winter here in the Midwest with only one weekend of breaking paint in the breech. My Ether 3. Is the soft tip worth it still? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think that any of those bolts make a difference. I think that maybe a long time ago, right, when the guns were a little harder on paint and the bolt accelerated differently, because now on these Gamma Core bolts, it's kind of like a staged acceleration. So instead of the bolt, like say traveling just when you shoot the gun, just going and just shooting, like just like as fast forward as it can go, the bolt really does kind of like, it like kind of like you shoot it and it like speeds up. So back in the day when you were getting like that paintball was getting like smacked by the bolt really hard, you know, maybe having that softer face on there could eliminate, or not eliminate, but help reduce paint breaking. But I mean, these guns are so easy on paint now, I don't think it makes a difference at all. I mean, maybe the soft face is better, but I would be surprised if someone was breaking paint and then just put the soft face in, it did stop breaking paint completely. I'd be like, something else is probably wrong. Like something else is going on. So I wouldn't worry. I don't know. I mean, you can try it obviously, but I wouldn't probably buy anything. We'll say. That's what I would do. I'd probably, if I was breaking paint, if I was, when it was cold outside and I'm breaking paint, I'll probably turn the velocity down a little bit, take off like 20 feet per second, and it's really going to help quite a bit. I mean, you're obviously not going to shoot as far, but the guns are way easier on paint at that lower velocity. That was a long one. Like winded. I'll be at Edge in April, bro. Like this weekend? I'll be there this weekend. Capital Edge Paintball Park. I'm going to go Saturday and Sunday. This weekend out at Capital Edge, there's going to be the CEPL, the Capital Edge Paintball League. I think they're calling it like the Planet Eclipse Open or something like that. Which is weird because, I don't know. I guess they're having Planet Eclipse sponsor it. I got no idea. Metalcore. I'll be there this weekend. Yep. The 15th. See, I don't ever know when I'm going to go. I mean, if it's nice outside, I was reading a text message. It's likely I'll be there on the 14th or 15th, whatever you said, 15th. The 15th, that's April, that's March. I'm like, that's a Tuesday. The 15th is on a Saturday. I might be there. I'm typically going out there on Sundays most of the time. I'm used to working on Saturdays. So a lot of the time I will, I don't know. A lot of the time I would be there on Sundays. Cody, my thoughts on Hermesis. I don't know. I think it's cool. I don't own any of it. I mean, I don't buy into the hype of a lot of stuff. So I don't own anything Hermesis. I think it's cool. I mean, the quality is very good. I really like this stuff. It's a bit too expensive for me. You know, I'm not spending money on paintball stuff like that. So a little bit too rich for my blood. I really like their shirts. I really like their jerseys. Their pant things are really cool. The button-up they make are really cool. I like their clothing, I think, more than the headbands, really. I don't even know how much that stuff costs, but it's really cool. Nate says, yeah, I'll be there Saturday, Sunday to watch and pod bitch. Oh, you're running pods for the Street Fighters. I might film on Sunday. I don't know. I might film some games and stuff. I'll film the tournament, like record the tournament a little bit. Tim, have you ever thought of talking about more retro paintball products like the reviews QMTO used to do? Yes, most certainly. One of the big problems with a lot of that stuff is that I don't have anything old. You know? Let's see this real fast. This is a thing that I made. Okay, maybe not. A thing that I made. These are more notes to myself, but I certainly have wanted to make old videos, or at least talk about some of these old guns. And I made this list because at one point I was like, I was looking at getting people to, give me old stuff or let me borrow old stuff. And these are all the guns that I was kind of interested in. Like, I'd love to do videos on any of the old Intimidators, like that Alias or 2K2. Old Angel stuff would be kind of fun. I picked the LCD, IR3, and G7 because those are the guns that I kind of liked the most. Old Smart Part stuff would be cool. It'd be really neat to compare, talk about the SFT, that Shocker SFT, maybe compared to the AMP. Old die stuff would be fun. But maybe more interesting would be looking at, random one-off kind of stuff. Like that Alien Deception at Matrix LED, a Nelsplat, a Rainmaker would be crazy, a Viking, a Freestyle. Just getting some weird guns would be fun. But they also have to all work, I want them all to work. And I kind of want them to be as close to stock as possible. So I have to find some people that live locally, that have the guns, because I think I put in there, live in Sacramento or nearby, would rather meet than ship, but will if needed. Yeah, because I don't want to ship stuff all over the place. I don't want to pay $100 to ship a gun back and forth. I just don't want to do that. So I'd ideally like to be able to just see someone at the paintball field or at the store and trade them something, or just let them borrow something. Yeah, but getting some of those old things would be kind of fun. Paintball is fun. You have an 07 in Modesto. Yeah, but that's the problem with a lot of these old guns, is Oso Ghost says, I also have a Freestyle. Sadly, it isn't functioning. You said you had an Alias, too. Yeah, that's the problem with all these old guns. None of them are going to work. A lot of the people's, guns aren't going to work. or they're going to be so modified that they're not even factory anymore. Because what's cool is like, you know, showing what the thing really was like, you know, not like getting an alias and it has like all these aftermarket parts on it. I kind of want it to be, you know, stock, but I don't even know if that's going to happen. Just because, you know, finding some of this stuff is kind of rare. Grant Man. What'd you say? I saw you something right there. They just got an LV2 and hopefully it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Honestly, John Wick again, you're going to get like hand gestures every time you come. Honestly, if you have a video idea, just run with it. The paintball community enjoys any of your content. Yeah, I know. I kind of think about that. I'm like, it doesn't really have to be stock and whatever. I just have to like, it doesn't really matter that much. I just want it to be all like perfect, but you're very right. I don't remember the Alien guns that well either. I really want to get an old one, like the original one, with like that weird trapdoor thingy. The Alien Interceptor. Let's look at Alien paintball guns, guys. Whew, yeah, right. That one? Does it look like this? We've got that thing. Michael Jackson. Thank you for that super chat, sir. We'll switch back real fast. What's something not made that would be awesome to add to paintball for gameplay? Jesus Christ, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're switching back. You stumped me. What's something not made that would be awesome? It seems like a riddle almost. What's something not made that would be awesome to add to paintball? I don't know. That's a hard question. Let me think about it, and we're going to look at the aliens again. Alien. This is not the alien you have, I'm pretty sure. There you go. Alien paintball. No, alien is not. I don't know, Nate. You put CA. Canada or California? California, yes. CA, I thought Canada. Yeah, this company's actually like in El Dorado Hills, actually. I think El Dorado Hills or like Placerville or something like that. At least they were. Okay, so the Interceptor. So this is the Alien Interceptor. Look at that goddamn thing. So wacky. I used one of these. I used the Independence. These are such crazy guns. I don't really know that much about them. Let's go to this. This was the original Alien, though. I don't know what the Revelation is about. So this gun was really crazy. It didn't have a bolt. Oh, look at Bocce. Good. Oh, well, we on Bocce's website. Let's watch this. This is Dan Bocce. This guy knows like more about paintball than anyone I've ever met. It's insane. Insane how much he knows about paintball. I just want to make sure.
Our little alien head.
Let's watch this. So this is a really old, rare paintball gun that was made, I think probably like 2002 or something like that.
Here's an Alien Revelation, serial number 2. You can see the breech has no bolt, so it's able to be all the way back here. over the trigger frame or over the receiver.
Man, look at that thing. It's so nice looking too. Really good condition.
Our top plate, our little alien head, the CCM feed neck on it. Let's remove these screws. Let me focus.
Yeah, so there's no bolt. So essentially, just air, a ball falls in and air just pushes it out.
Let's see our trap door right here. So
it like seals it.
Here's our plug in the back. Take this out. We can see no bolt.
Freaking hollow.
Functions by dropping a paintball in with this trap door. Trap door swings back and forth. Similar to an Ice Epic, but the Ice Epic's trapdoor slides. This one swings.
I don't know what the point of the trapdoor is really
Serial
for,
number 2.
honestly. I don't really know. I'm always used to seeing this gun unanodized as well. I don't think I've ever seen an anodized version.
There's another trapdoor.
The alien. The weirdest part about this is the barrel, right?
Right.
So you can see that, like, you know, normally the barrel would start right here. So it'd come out the gun, you know, but you got to think on this thing, the barrel starts way back by your hand. So the barrel only sticks out the front of the thing, like, you know, that much. So the whole gun is like extremely, extremely short. What do people say? Dan Bocci is the man for old stuff, Old Soul says. So he'd know he's got an old soul. That's new for him. I know for sure. Dan Bocci, he's like literally probably the preeminent expert on old things. So like from like I was going to say 1880, not that old. Probably like 1980 to like 1992 is like prime. He knows literally everything. Old Soul says that drop door is there so that when that trapdoor paintball falls in, trapdoor covers, gun shoots, and that trapdoor is there so that air doesn't get blown back up into the breech. So it kind of like seals off that area. That's kind of what I thought. I wasn't really positive though. You miss your Ion. I actually really liked the Ion. I think the Ion was honestly one of the paintball guns that's kind of like helped paintball so much. I mean, we often talk about you know, these Planet Eclipse EMECs, this is an EMEC in there, the EMEC as being like the greatest thing ever and the best paintball gun. But, you know, in 2006, I think, somewhere around there, Smart Parts released that Ion, and the Ion was kind of like the EMEC or the ETHA 2 of its day. I can't even see the monitor yet. So the Smart Parts Ion. Yeah, the original Ion was, I think they came out at only like $200 or something crazy like that. They were very good. It was a low pressure gun. It had eyes and stuff. They were really cool. The Smart Parts Ion. My gosh, you guys, you don't even know how many of those guns I've fixed. Fucking hundreds. So yeah, before that EMEC came out and before, like, you know, these cheap, inexpensive guns were a thing, the Ion kind of led the way, and it gave the ability to have high performance at a really low price. I mean, this gun came out when most stuff was $1,500, you know, $1,200. There wasn't anything good that was under $1,000 really. And this thing coming in, I think at like $200, $250 was amazing. And they sold a lot of them. A whole lot of them. Because you also think that this was right probably, the Ion probably came out right at the peak of paintball, when paintball was its biggest. Yep. They also had the Epiphany. The Epiphany was just an all-metal version of the Ion. Very odd that Dynasty actually played with the Epiphany for a while. I also tried to buy this website, but they didn't want to sell it to me. So here we are. This Paintball Ruined My Life was going to be Warpig. I tried to buy Warpig from... Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the names of the people. I tried to buy Warpig before I started Paintball Ruined My Life. I also tried to buy paintball.com. This guy wanted $150,000, whoever owns paintball.com. The website's so good, it doesn't load. Yep. Well, I tried to bring Warpig back, guys. I tried to, like, resurrect it from the dead 5, well, whatever years ago before we started this. PB Review. You know, I forgot about PB Review. Oop. I gotta be able to type. Was it .org? I mean, it's still a website. A bunch of nonsense accounts on here. You know what makes me really mad? Like this website. If we type in Empire, Jesus Christ, Empire Axe to review. I can't type on this keyboard. One of these just pisses me off. I'll show you. I just want to look at this real fast. This website pisses me off. I like sent this guy a message and I contacted Google to see what they would do. But like this guy's just like ripped off almost my entire like almost all the pictures on everything. So like this, right? Like that's my picture. That's a still video from my video. And then he's using that one. That's from me. That's from me. That's my picture. And then he's got like pictures of me on here too. It's crazy. So this guy's just like combed the internet and like just stolen all this stuff from people. It's really annoying. Like look what happens when you search, like we'll go back to that. Empire Axe 2.0 review. That's me in this guy's like thing. It's really annoying. But this guy's got like reviews all over, and they're all like just freaking jacked photos and like stolen stuff. It's really annoying. Like that's mine too. And they're just all the lone wolf videos everywhere. Like look at this by Brad Johnson. What is with that? Like killing me. Anyway. This is annoying. Just another one of those good old Amazon affiliate websites that are killing the internet. Are the reviews any good though? No, they're written by goddamn bots. Like, look at the language. Like, a statement you might have... What? A statement you might have heard of paintball players about the DSR previous version. The DSR was arguably one of the best markers. Or they just, like, jacked it. They're just having, like, you know, ChatGPT write it. Anyway. It's just all like a guy from China that's, like, you know, writing stuff to get affiliate links. It's not even a paintball player. It's all just nonsense. They're all just websites made to just get affiliate links. Yeah, ChatGPT is pretty crazy. It's actually really crazy. I mean, you can ask it paintball questions and it can answer. It can answer, like, what's the difference between CO2 and compressed air? Like, really well. And there's not a lot of other, like, or there's not even a lot of people that can answer that. So, it can do some crazy stuff. While also getting stuff completely wrong. It's the future. Our future overlords. All right, sons of bitches. I'm gonna go. What should I eat? I'm thinking. I don't want to make anything. I mean, we had pizza last night. I think I ate all the pizza. Taco Bell. The paintball Reddit. Paintball Reddit pisses you off. Why? What am I read, what are you in the mood for food? And I read that as, what are you a mod for? I was like, what? No, I don't want Chipotle. Chipotle is pretty good though. But like, I would go to, there's like real Mexican fast food places I could go to that are good. Oh, pho sounds pretty good. That does sound pretty good. I don't know. What time is it? It's almost 5:30. Chick-fil-A? Nope. I can't do fast food. Like every once in a while, I can eat like fast food, like Chick-fil-A or like Burger King or Taco Bell or something like that. But I don't know. I just don't feel that good afterwards, honestly. Like I just don't. I don't know. Although I said I'd went to like a Mexican fast food, but it's like, I don't know, it's a little different. Something about like just, I did think about ramen. I went to ramen the other night though. We went to ramen on Saturday night. Jersey Mike's is pretty good too, but I don't know where there's a Jersey Mike's actually around here. I might do pho. I might go to pho number 2. Pho number 2. Pot stickers. We had wontons the other night. Wontons Sunday and Monday night. Hawaiian. Like, what's Hawaiian? I think of like Hawaiian barbecue places, and I always had like that. I've been at some of those like Hawaiian barbecue places. They're okay. They're all right. There's a car alarm going off somewhere. Jacob, what do you think of the shoebox shocker? What about it? I mean, I don't know. It's big and heavy. It's old. I don't know. That's such a... I don't know. I think it was probably one of the more revolutionary, like, leading guns, right? I mean, it was one of the first, like, electronic, low-pressure, shooting guns. So that was a big deal. But it's, it was a shoebox. Animal-style burgers from In-N-Out. You know what's really good at In-N-Out, actually, is grilled cheese. I'm not, like, vegetarian, but the grilled cheese actually is really good. Because they make, like, an animal-style burger, but they just take the patty off and just add cheese. It's actually really good. It's pretty tasty. In-N-Out is delicious. There's In-N-Outs. There's a couple of them around here. In-N-Out. I had Indian. Get some matar paneer. I have Indian food a lot, too. Okay. I don't know. Hopefully we have something cool to talk about next week. I don't know. It's just more fun when there's like, more to talk about. A lot of people like Five Guys. I don't like Five Guys that much. Shake Shack. I mean, Five Guys is good. Don't get me wrong. These places are good. I'm like, they're bad. But I think In-N-Out, out of all the fast food I've ever had, it's hamburger-wise, is still the best. Texas predictions. I thought about I definitely do that. I actually wanted to talk about the brackets because they released the Lone Star Open brackets today, and I meant to talk about that. Apparently, Carl Markowski left Level. Really? I don't know. It's kind of weird that Carl came back. Well, it's not weird that Carl came back. I think it's, people really like paintball. And one of the things that, a lot of these pro guys have is a lot of camaraderie. Carl Markowski goes to these tournaments and knows a ton of people, right? I mean, he knows everyone. So it's just kind of fun. They talked about it on Spick and Span. yeah, it's just kind of fun, right? For him to go to tournaments, he's like, hey, like everyone knows everyone. So it's like, it's just like fun hanging out. It's fun playing paintball. It's just a lot of fun. So it's not really weird that he came back. But it would be weird that, he left. He just kind of came back. He only played one tournament. But then again, maybe playing that tournament, you realize that like, yeah, it was a lot of fun, but I don't really need to play tournaments, because Carl's got like, family and kids and like a life and stuff. He's playing for the noobs. Is that what he's maybe playing for the newbies in the semi-pro? I don't know. I'd like to play paintball. I want to play like a 10-man tournament this year. I'd really like to play, Woods 10-man or something like that. But there's just not a lot of like stuff super close to here. We'll have to drive far away. So, John Wick. Could you explain my butt itches? Could you explain high pressure and low pressure when it relates to gun tank pressures? Well, sure. High pressure is, high pressure. Low pressure is low pressure. When people are saying, I don't know, I think this will answer it. High pressure guns, are high pressure. So like anything I would say that runs over, like that runs on 500 PSI, or say like this Tippmann A5 that doesn't have a regulator, it just needs CO2 tank pressure. So this thing needs 750 PSI going into it. So this is high pressure. This thing only works at like 150, so it's low pressure. Yeah. And then tanks are the same way, right? I mean, you can get a tank output pressure. Tank pressures can vary because you don't always need it. Like since this gun only works at 200 PSI, you don't really need the same, 700 PSI going into it like you do on that Tippmann. So you could, just put in 300 PSI, or, more commonly is probably double the pressure. So putting in 400 would work fine too. You just don't need that high pressure. It's a lot easier for this paintball gun to go, say, from 300 PSI down to 200 than it is from 700 to 200. So, regulators will be maybe a little bit more consistent. Stuff might work just a little bit better. Yep. I hope that explains that. Could you do a video one day on how to service your paintball marker? I want to get in the sport, but that's a hang up for me. It's really hard. It just depends on the gun, It's like, it'd be like making a video on how to service a car. You're like, well, it depends. It's really going to depend on, what car you have and how many miles it has and all those things. So I probably could do something, but it wouldn't probably be specific enough to be that helpful. It'd just kind of be like basic advice. I've definitely made stuff before. Let's search like paintball gun maintenance. Yeah, kinda. I mean, I did make something. If you search paintball maintenance, there's a video eventually. It's how much grease should you use on your paintball gun. It's pretty old, but I definitely have like an overhead view, and it'll show you how much grease you should put on. But it really is hard. I mean, some of these guns just require more and less, and so it's a little difficult. But I mean, not just me. I mean, I guarantee, there's all kinds of maintenance videos online for specific guns. Planet Eclipse does a bunch of them. ANS Gear, they have a lot of videos online on how to do like maintenance-y stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. mainly because there's so many good resources. I mean, YouTube, there's a bunch of very good Facebook groups. Unfortunately, it's Facebook. But there's a lot of good Facebook groups for like maintenance and repair. A lot of the manufacturers are in those groups too. So you get the tech guys that work for the company replying directly to those. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. And a lot of the guns are so reliable. You really don't have to like fix them or repair stuff that often either. So what are we talking about today? I don't know. I'm about to leave. I've been doing this for like 2 hours, Sean. Did you find the Pro DNA eMech trigger difficult to set up to your preferences? No, definitely not. I mean, all those, they should all be really easy. I was thinking about the triggers that I've used, and I was like, no, I don't think so. I mean, I think all of those are pretty simple. I mean, I'm not picky at all, though. I mean, I use the eMech wrapped in blue tape right now, but I got a stock trigger on there and stock valve and stock everything, so I don't even really care that much. So I am not the probably pickiest person when it comes to like dialing in those triggers. You know, Old Soul, check in on your friends going through stuff. We lost an Angel Whisperer this week. I don't know. I saw something like that. Yeah, I don't know quite what happened there. Yeah. So someone else died, and I think people are committing suicide. I don't know if I can be brutal. I think people are committing suicide and taking their own lives because it's hard, right? But what's hard is like, I think it's also difficult to talk to people. I'll say for me, it's difficult also to talk to people, right? Like, it's difficult to make like people like make yourself vulnerable, right? Because when we're like reaching out to people, you know, maybe a friend's in trouble, or, you know, they're obviously not doing well. Maybe they're isolating too much, or they drinking a lot, or, you know, some problems. It's difficult to like reach out and talk to that person sometimes too, because you're also making yourself vulnerable and putting yourself in odd situations. But who cares, you know? Like, I think about like the people that, or the way that I want to act in real life, or the people that, or the person that I want to be like, and it's certainly not that person. I certainly would like to be the person who's willing to help people, who can help people, who will help people. I'm definitely not that person all the time, that's for sure. But I sure want to be, you know. Because there's a lot of people out there that don't have like anything, you know. There's a lot of people that don't have families. There's lots of people that don't have like lots of friends. You know, I'm that situation. So it's good to remember that, right? And people always don't have everyone. So it's good to have like, if you know, I don't know, just don't be a pussy and try to help people. I don't know. That was my like heartfelt moment. Okay. I don't know. What else we got? We'll end that on a good note. I keep saying we're leaving, but we're not. I don't know. I don't know if those are wise words. That was super confusing. Yep. But yeah, I think about you. I look at the people that like I want to be like. Like, if you like think about people in your life, and I'm like, I don't like that person. I don't like that person. Or like, you know, and I really like that guy. It's like, why do I like that guy? And why do I not like that guy? You often find, or I often find, that the people that I want to be like are outspoken and they're helpful. They call their friends. They do stuff for people. They're always trying to like make sure you have a good time and make sure you feel good. They're not in bad moods, right? Those are the people that people want to be around. Those are the people that, I don't know. I don't know. That was my train of thought. Anyway, Okay. John Wick. Paintball is therapy. It can be. I think that, one thing that's good about paintball is that we are doing a lot of stuff, right? You're outside, which is good. You're getting some sunlight. You're just outside. Hopefully running around, getting some exercise, which is also good for you. But I think, more importantly, and the reason that I go to the paintball field is to just hang out, is to see my friends. It's to throw stuff at each other in the parking lot, just messing around. So I think that's the most important part about paintball is that we're exercising, but also, hanging out with some people and having a little bit of fun. Because in this day and age, it's gotten harder and harder to have a little fun, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm really going this time. 3:30 next weekend, same bat channel. You can find this live stream. I'm going to keep saluting until we're gone. But it's a left-handed salute. I can't use, my mouse. I'm not doing that. Okay. Until next time,